Hello YouTube. I'm going to do a 38-week update. I'm actually doing my update on the week that, or on the day that I turned 38 weeks. So I don't know if I've done that before. Way back in the beginning of my pregnancy, I was given the due date of February the 6th. And then based on an ultrasound a little bit later in the pregnancy, my due date changed to February the 12th, 2013, obviously. So it took me a while to kind of adjust to that. I want to say that's even, 6 days different. So it's even a different day of the week, whatever. So I haven't been very good about actually updating on the day that my week changes over. So anyway, I'm going to do this update because I'm 38 weeks, and then I have a doctor's appointment this Thursday, the 31st, glancing at my calendar. And I'll either do the update about my doctor's appointment the day of, Thursday or Friday because it is later in the day, so the appointment. So anyway, I am 38 weeks pregnant, which is crazy. In my first pregnancy, I delivered my son at 38 weeks and 2 days pregnant. I believe, yep. That sounds right. And so not only did I have an earlier due date in the beginning of this pregnancy, but I also kept in mind that I delivered him basically at 38 weeks. So I think that was not a good frame of mind to go into the third trimester with this expectation of delivering a little bit on the earlier side. It's kind of, I don't want to be so selfish. I feel like I'm not thinking about the baby enough, and like the fact that the longer she stays in there, the better for, just everything. So yeah, I'm having a hard time with that. I'm having a hard time adjusting my mind to thinking, okay, she could actually not come until her due date or even after her due date. That just seems like, I just really didn't think that would happen at all. So anyway, I hope that doesn't sound, selfish or whatever, but I think towards the end of pregnancy, most women do kind of get to that point where, what I was saying in my last update, I'm just so uncomfortable, that I'm just like, oh, whenever she wants to come, that'd be great, even if it was today. I would love for it to be today, tomorrow, anytime in the very near future would be fantastic. So anyway, I'm going to go over a few new symptoms. I have had a few new symptoms, surprisingly. I didn't really think at this point that I would. So I had one thing happen that was terrible. I'm a really kind of big baby and a little bit dramatic about these things, so forgive me. But on Sunday night, the 27th, I had my first ever migraine. I thought I knew what a migraine might be like, or maybe I had one that wasn't so terrible in the past before. I certainly have had headaches, where, it just kind of was hard to function, that sort of thing before. So I figured that's sort of what a migraine was like. I had no idea how terrible they are. So anybody who experiences them on a regular basis or ever has dealt with them in that way, I have like a whole newfound understanding and empathy for you. I had no idea that they were that terrible. So basically, I won't go on and on, but I was I was on the phone late Sunday night, like around 10:30 or so. I was talking to my sister, and I started getting this slight headache, and I wanted to watch this show, one of my like guilty pleasure shows that I had recorded. And so I got off the phone with her. I'm like all excited to watch my show, and about 10 minutes into it, I could hardly even look at the screen of the TV. Like it went from just being a mild type annoying headache that was like right here above my eyes to being where I had to turn the TV off, and I started feeling kind of sick. So anyway, I closed my eyes and tried to fall asleep. About an hour later, I woke up, and it was just super intense. It was almost like when I was laying down, it was worse. And I really had no thought of, oh, am I having a migraine? I just thought I had this really bad headache, and then the headache led to nausea, and I actually ended up vomiting. Super gross. I am one of those people. I mean, I think a lot of people are grossed out by throw up. It's gross. But I'm pretty bad. I'm pretty squeamish when it comes to stuff like that. So to me, throwing up is like, it's like dying. Like I feel, like I literally feel and act like I'm dying. And it was terrible to be this pregnant and this uncomfortable as is, and then have this like insane, intense headache. The only thing that helped was putting cold compressions on my forehead, and my husband was so sweet. He was like on Google reading like, what do you do for migraines? You know, pregnant people, does this indicate labor, so on and so forth. So I am lucky to have him, and you know, yeah, he was just really, really helpful. So anyway, that's pretty much it with that. So I've never had a migraine before. I don't know if it relates to anything. I don't know if it has anything to do with the pregnancy. If you know anything like that, or if you've experienced that, comment below. I would be interested to know. So the next day, Monday, yesterday, I called my doctor's office, and the way that it works there is, you know, you call and you leave a message for your nurse, because you have like the same nurse all the time and the same doctor all the time, and the nurse calls you back when they get a chance. So I wasn't really sure if I should even call in the first place, because, you know, here I have this migraine, I throw up. Oh, I forgot to mention, I actually had a fever with it as well, but this was about for 4 or 5 hours. I had nausea and a temperature and all this kind of stuff. And so I wasn't really sure. By the time that I called, I felt pretty good and normal. Sorry, I'm having Braxton Hicks as I'm talking. And so anyway, so I waited for her to call me back. It took forever. And once she called, she was just kind of like, yeah, you know, as long as you're not having blurred vision and the migraine went away on its own, you know, it's probably fine. You know, if you want to come in and check your blood pressure, or we could check your blood pressure for you, you know, you could certainly do that, but I wouldn't worry about it if you're not having the symptoms still. So I was like, oh, you know, I guess I'm all right. I guess I'm okay. But anyway, so that happened. That's pretty much it. I just hope it never happens again, because it was so terrible. I probably already said that like 4 times. Okay. Next thing is her movements have finally become painful, not just strong, but painful. I've mentioned it one time before, and I've heard other people talk about it too. I know there's a couple different terms people use for this. I heard someone use the term fire crotch, and to me, fire crotch, like, I don't think of anything with pregnancy when I think of fire crotch. But basically, this intense pinching, out of nowhere kind of shocking pain in your cervix, or just full out in the lady area, you know, whatever. To me, it's like my cervix. It's like this pinching kind of feeling. So I have had that before. But what's new about it is, like last night, for example, I was sitting on the couch with my son, and all of a sudden, it literally felt like her little hands were like poking, digging, you know, whatever, kind of a weird visual, but just tons of like this like poking, pinching, you know, kind of feeling, where I literally felt like I had to like contain how I wanted to react so I didn't scare my poor little child. So anyway, my husband was like, are you okay? Are you all right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And then all of a sudden it's like, ow, okay, all right. And then I just like readjust, and then it's usually okay. But anyway, so that's kind of new. I haven't had that so intensely or so frequent. So painful movement, blah, blah, blah. Sorry. I'm like, what else was I going to say here? I think that's pretty much it. Those are pretty much the new symptoms I've had. Today, I actually feel really good. I slept well last night. That's kind of a weird thing, is I have one night where it's just horrible. I wake up 3 to 4 times to go to the bathroom, and I'm not comfortable. And then like last night, I woke up, I think only one time to go to the bathroom or whatever. So yes, I have a lot more energy today. I have a little to-do list to do that I'm about to start on. Excuse me. And yeah, so I'll update for my appointment Thursday. I'm going to do a belly shot real quick. And that's pretty much it. Let me pull up my pants. I'm wearing my awesome Pink Panther pants, my pajama pants. So here's the belly at 38 weeks. Here's from the front, this chair. Get in my way. Here's from the front. As far as stretch marks go, I do have some new stretch marks. It's really depressing, actually, because I might have mentioned a long time ago, I got stretch marks in my first pregnancy, and they were pretty bad. So I just kind of figured this time around, I'd have like the same amount or just a few new ones. And basically where they're happening is like up at the top of my abdomen. They're just like pink little scratch mark looking stretch marks. So that sucks. I really was hoping that would not happen. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Okay, so I will make an update Thursday or Friday for my 38-week doctor's appointment. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.